and turns out I didn't have COVID, I just had baby in my tummy. What fruit is your baby the same size as? I don't know why I pointed to my tummy, because you stick her up now. They just think you're being a dick, and it's not what you want. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We're doing another sit down. I'm out of breath from just coming up the stairs. I am pregnant, if you hadn't already seen. I am well into my second trimester now. I am 25 weeks tomorrow. Nearly over the second trimester actually. So I thought I would do a little video about the things that really helped me in my first trimester, because I haven't done that yet. Time's ticking away. So my first trimester wasn't normal, shall we say, because of this whole pandemic that we're in. We were in a national lockdown. So in my first trimester, I didn't really have to leave the house, which I think helped me so much. I wasn't sick, which is like the biggest fear everyone has about getting pregnant. I was never sick. I did feel nauseous. I did feel extremely tired, and I didn't really feel like myself the whole time, but it was fine because I didn't have to see anyone, didn't have to go anywhere, and I could nap whenever I wanted to. I know that it's not like that for everyone, but nevertheless, here's some things that helped me through my first trimester. I've written them all down on my phone because I am forgetful AF right now. I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone what I did 2 months ago. Number one on my list is sleep. Now, like I just said, I'm aware I had the luxury of sleeping whenever I wanted to. Sleep is your best friend. And also, don't get me started, I don't even have my baby yet. I treasured just being able to nap whenever I could in the first trimester. Feeling nauseous, nap. Feeling annoyed, nap. Feeling just like a bit of regret because you're pregnant and you have no money, nap. Honestly, the best thing, the only thing that everyone can do when they finish work or if they've not got another child. Number two on my list, iced water. The only thing that made me feel like a human being sometimes. So my first symptoms of pregnancy, and you might notice this if you've watched my vlogs before, but during Vlogmas this year, I thought I had COVID because I was so hot. I was literally dripping in the middle of December and I had to go back to bed. I was like, I feel so weird and spaced out and I'm so hot. I ordered a COVID test and did a COVID test, and it turns out I didn't have COVID, I just had baby in my tummy. It was so weird. I've never felt like that before. I'm not generally a person that gets too cold anyway. Like, I'm always pretty warm, but it was not like anything else I'd ever experienced before. I was literally on fire. Anything that can cool you down, because I think it's quite a common symptom. I'm not actually sure. I didn't Google it, but my friend Harriet, who has a baby and is in it, texted her like, guys, I think I've got COVID. I'm really, really hot. And she was like, you might be pregnant. Ice water or anything that can cool you down, so like a flannel on your head. Some of them you can get like stick on ice patches that I've heard are really good. I haven't actually tried them, but I might get some for the third trimester. And yeah, just good old-fashioned ice water through a bottle with a straw, which I know is, everyone says these are a lifesaver as well. Number three on my list was toast or cereal or anything that's quick and easy to eat for breakfast. The morning was where I felt the most nauseous, and the evening was where I felt the most like, I need to go to bed now, otherwise I'm gonna pass out. So the morning I would get up and just have toast straight away, or I'd have Cocoa Pops. Like, I'd vary it between the two, because they were just the most easy, straightforward, non-offensive meals I could eat within like a few minutes of being awake. Didn't really go off a lot of food, but I will definitely say I stuck towards the more plain side of my diet. I am quite well known in my family for being quite a plain Jane anyway. Toast and butter, it's just a lifesaver. It's just all I wanted to eat for a solid few weeks. Connor got a bit concerned that it was like my main source of food for a while, but it helped. First thing in the morning, I got up, had a toast, had a coffee because I still hadn't really gone off coffee, and then maybe had an orange juice as well. Toast or cereal or anything that's just quick to grab in the morning when you need to eat something so you don't feel sick. Number four on my list is chewy sweets. I have some down here because I'm still obsessed with them. I've been eating Frutella at the minute. That's my go-to snack. Or Mawams or anything chewy, like, you know what else is chewy? Chewing gum. chewy mints, sweet, anything, because it gives your brain something to think about other than being sick. I don't know why I pointed to my tummy, because you stick out your mouth. Chewy sweets, they help a lot with nausea. And I don't know if that's why I wasn't sick, they really helped me. The more sour and the more sweet the better for me, but I also understand that some people don't like sour food when they're pregnant. Whatever works for you. I've heard mints work good because mint is actually like a natural, what's it called? Sick stopper. It's like a digestive thing, isn't it? Mint. I know what I'm talking about. Pepto-Bismol, that's mint flavoured and that stops you being sick. Next up, this is quite heavily food related actually, this list, I hadn't realised, was easy tea options in your freezer. Chicken, like frozen chicken things, chips, peas for vegetables, or even just like frozen vegetables. I don't love frozen vegetables because I don't think they taste as good, but frozen peas, pizza, and I know they're not healthy, and I know you should be looking after yourself the most you've ever looked after yourself in pregnancy, but when you are knackered from growing a human, your partner's knackered from working all day, and you need to eat something otherwise you're going to be sick, pizza from the freezer is like the biggest lifesaver. Or if one day when you're feeling like the best you ever felt, or really solid or not nauseous, or you get an energy burst, batch cook some meals and put them in the freezer so you can just defrost them when you want to eat. Other than that, pasta. Some quick easy tea options for when you are losing the will to live because you're so tired and you just need to eat. Top tip, always have food on standby. Alright, I don't think there's any more food ones. Next up, maternity leggings. In my first trimester, I didn't show for a while. I don't even think I was really showing by 12 weeks, but sort of just after 12 weeks I started to grow a bit, so that most maternity clothes didn't fit yet. I was too small for maternity clothes, but most of my clothes had started to either get a bit tight or just stretch, and I didn't really want to stretch all my clothes. So my good friend Becky actually gave me a couple of pairs of maternity leggings, and I've since bought another pair as well, because two's just not enough because I wear them all the time. And they're just comfy. They're so comfy. They're high rise, so if you feel like you're showing as well, they kind of cover you up a bit more. They are honestly just the comfiest things ever, and I will keep them when I plan to eat a lot of food in the future. Christmas dinner, I'm going to be wearing maternity leggings, I reckon, from here on out for the rest of my life. Yeah, most maternity clothes you could probably do without, but I think maternity leggings are the first thing you should get because they are just comfy anyway. They don't look necessarily like maternity clothes a lot of the time because they've just got an extra high top bit, whereas maternity jeans always look a bit weird, and you can just wear them. You can wear them under baggy t-shirts, you can wear them under dresses, you can wear them around the house, you can buy some to wear as pyjamas. They're just the one. Next up, I've written pregnancy yoga on YouTube. Since going back to work, I haven't been doing. In my first trimester, I was on furlough, so I would have a lot of time lounging around the house, and that's really bad for you when you're pregnant, because you need to keep moving, because you need to keep your body as healthy as it can be. You stiffen up, you get so sore and achy and all this, that and the other, and it's just the worst. So you want to keep yourself flexible and stretched and just feeling good. Was a bit hesitant to find someone on YouTube that did like pregnancy videos because I thought it would all be a bit cringe, and I thought it would all just be a bit like, oh, now tell your baby you love them, oh, now cradle your bump. But I found this woman, she's called Postpartum and Pregnancy TV, I think. I'll link it down below because I can't quite remember, but she's just chill and she's really not patronising like a normal person, which I know sounds a bit odd, but do you know what I mean? When people find out you're pregnant, they kind of look at you as if you're dying and it's like, are you okay? And most of the time the answer's, well, not really, but yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I'm fine. And she sort of doesn't act like that. She's like, now we're gonna do this, and this is good for you because of this. Sort of explains why you do it and why it's good for pregnancy and why some of the moves are good for like preparing for birth and all this sort of stuff. So I'll link her down below because I really enjoyed her videos while I was on furlough. Like I said, now that I'm back at work, I'm not doing it as much, slash not really at all, but I should probably start again because I'm starting to notice myself being a bit more stiff and achy. Next up, we have the Pregnancy Plus app. I don't know if it's just because we were in a national lockdown. I feel like in the first sort of half of pregnancy, so even now, you don't really see anyone professional. Like, I found out I was pregnant at 5 weeks, had booked an appointment, got seen to at 8 weeks, and then you have your scan at 12 weeks. But it's all such a blur that you don't ask any questions, or well, I didn't anyway. You don't really find out too much about everything that you're getting yourself into and what you should be reading up on and what you should sort of know by certain points. And the Pregnancy Plus app, I found, was like good information, along with like the fun bits like what fruit is your baby the same size as, and being able to track your own sort of pregnancy. So it's got like a bump tracker, it's got a kick tracker, but I haven't used that yet. Every week you get a new thing saying what your baby's doing, what your body's doing, health tips, and then a tip for the partner as well. So I always read that bit out for Connor, and then a tip, like a little section if you're having twins or triplets, like, or just more than one baby. So I found it really informative and really helpful, along with some other books as well. I got given a book by a friend of mine called No Guilt Pregnancy Plan, and that takes you from like finding out you're pregnant to having a baby and the first few weeks after having your baby. So I haven't actually read it all yet. I got to the birth bit, which is quite long because obviously every woman is different. There's so many different things that can happen to you in birth, and I didn't know it all until I've started reading this book. So yeah, I'd say the app and then some books as well. Ones that will put your mind at ease, I think. Don't try and read too many books, and don't try and get too many apps and too many tracking things. Just maybe stick to one or two. It's good to get some knowledge first thing. Another one, and this might sound a bit obvious, friends and family that know you're pregnant is an essential in my head. We found out on the 19th of December, and by the 22nd of December all of our family knew, or like our immediate family, so all of mine and Connor's siblings and our parents, and I think we told Connor's grandparents as well, but I waited till we had a scan picture to show mine because I just thought it'd be cuter. But we told literally all of our family, and then I told my best friends as well, because if you're feeling so crap and people don't know you're pregnant, they just think you're being a dick and it's not what you want. And I don't like the thought of someone thinking I've been really standoffish with them and they don't know why. So I told my two best friends as soon as we did the pregnancy test, and then we told our families like the next couple of days, and honestly it helped so much because my mum, although we were still in a lockdown, my mum had cooked some food for me at some point, brought it up. She would always make sure I was alright, like everyone would check in, and that's nice when you're early stages because it can feel so secretive. And obviously at the time I was still working 1 day a week, so when I'd go out and about I always felt like I was keeping the secret from people, and I didn't like it. I don't like secrets. So yeah, I would definitely recommend at least telling one or two or a handful of people that you're pregnant, because, and as well, if something did go wrong then you'd have to tell people then anyway, and it'd be like, well, if we knew then we could have been keeping an eye on you and or whatever. I don't know. I'm glad I told my friends and family way before the 12-week scan. We told them straight away and it was the best thing I've ever done. And finally, number 10, Facebook Marketplace or lend a hand sites on Facebook as well for free things, because babies grow out of stuff so quickly. Really, it doesn't matter that it's secondhand, your baby's not going to know that it's secondhand. For free, got a cot, a chest of drawers, a pram, loads of clothes, 2 baby baths, a door bouncer, a little bouncer seat, and then for 50 quid I think we got the little next to me crib, which is cheaper than they normally are. The thing we'll need to buy is a car seat at this rate, and like nappies and stuff. Oh, Becky gave us a load of bottles. We've been given formula by Becky as well. We've been given lots of nappies that their babies have grown out of. Like, use these sites to your advantage, or use friends that they've already had babies to your advantage. And I say this in the first trimester video because when you first find out you're pregnant, a lot of money worries probably come into your head, or they did for us anyway, because I was on furlough and Connor's just started being self-employed. So these sites really chilled me out. I would look almost every day at the lend a hand groups in our area and on Facebook Marketplace just to have a look. People give away baby stuff all the time. In regards to clothes and stuff, baby clothes are designed to be washed. So unless there's big poo stains all over them, which some of the things I got from Facebook, they did have some poo stains on, so we just got rid of them. They're literally designed to be washed, and they're designed to be sterilised, and they're designed to be cleaned within an inch of their life, because babies are messy. And like, expect that from babies, so you would expect their clothes to be able to be cleaned. So I'm not worried about them having had other babies in, because babies are only in them for a couple of months, and I know they're messy, but if they can be cleaned then it's fine. Definitely would recommend checking out all those sites before you think about buying anything, because as well, if you get a lot of free things, if you don't like it, or it's not for you, or it's broken, you can always either pass it on, or take it to a tip, or take it to a charity shop, and then find something else. And if you start in the first trimester, you've got 9 months of time to get all your stuff together, which I thought was a good idea, because I think the further along you get, the more panicked you'll be about getting things quickly, the less time you'll have to decide that you don't like it and give it back and find another one, and the more rushed it feels. I feel like I just love taking my time and looking at stuff and thinking, do I like that? Can I change that? We got some drawers from this woman. She gave us literally loads of stuff actually. She gave us the drawers, the cot, curtains, they're all in this room, I'm just looking at them. She gave us a print with a giraffe on, which is really cute. And she gave us some bedding for the cot. She gave us loads for free. But I didn't really like the drawers, so I've upcycled them, and I've had time to do that because we got them when I was about 14 weeks pregnant. And that's everything. That's everything that I thought helped me the best during my first trimester. I've already started writing a list for the second trimester, which is less on food and more on actual practical items and product. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably do that in the next few weeks. I won't wait as long into my third trimester to do that. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it helps if you are in your first trimester. Go to bed, have a nap, stop watching YouTube, and drink some water. Have a nice day. I will see you again in the next one. Goodbye!